Hello everyone in the YouTube world, it's the Spirit Room 152. Okay, so last week I made a video on ableism and being made fun of in the Somerset's fan base because of it. 3 days ago, I went to Warped Tour and I took Jess Bowen's band happy class, and it was in an environment where usually it would have been become too much for me to process, but luckily that did not happen because I was more focused on learning from Jess. I see with autism, I have Asperger's syndrome. I sometimes have issues with processing a lot because it's like a sensory processing issue. Jess actually helped me with that, and I let her know of that. And I told her, I said, I'm a high-functioning autistic, I have Asperger's syndrome. Usually in an environment like this, I have something called a sensory overload. I usually just shut down. But today I didn't have that, and I want to thank you for helping me with that. And I remember telling her that I had been getting shit lately for having a disability. And she said, well, she said, well, fuck the haters. And I took a picture with her. She was really nice about it. And then later on, I went to the signing. I talked to, I remember thanking Jess for helping me. And Brian was right next to her, and he was like, Jess, helped you something? Yeah, I have, I'm a high-functioning autistic, and taking Jess's band happy class helped me overcome a sensory issue that I have. And I also told him that I had been getting a lot of shit within the fan base for having high functioning autism, bipolar, and ADHD, and all of this, and exhibiting behaviors I cannot help. And then I remember saying, I may have autism, but I'm no less of a human being. I don't need to be fucking perfect, so fuck perfection. And I said that loud enough that Josh Montgomery, one of the band's guitarists and my absolute favorite member of the Somerset, just turned and looked at me like, I can't even begin. Like, he was really shocked. His eyes were widened. It was like his eyes were widened. He couldn't believe what I had just said. And then I told him the same thing. And then let me tell you something. The Somerset, they don't care if they're fans. To them, fans are fans. Regardless of whether they have a disability or a race, to them, fans are fans. Period. They don't care. Because they understand that their fans come from all different walks of life. They have different backgrounds, all that stuff. And later in the day, around 3:30, I took Josh Montgomery's band happy class. It actually took place on the band's tour bus, which was a huge relief because it gave me 30 minutes of relief from the heat. I talked to him about it, and he told me that there are people on Warped Tour that have high-functioning autism. Some of them have cancer. And, they do what they do, and they do it, and they're badass at it. But, I mean, they don't care if you have a disability or what. And it's just, they just don't care. So, the next time, want someone who, if you're watching this and you say shit about people with disabilities and you tell them the Somerset doesn't like you because you have a disability, please go stick a gun up your ass and pull the trigger. I'm sorry that, I know that's harsh, but you know what? The Somerset doesn't care if you have a disability. They do. They absolutely hate the fact that people discriminate against their fans with disabilities. Because I remember telling Brian that I've been getting a lot of shit in the fan base for having a disability. Well, the band simply does not care if I have a disability. But they do have an issue with their fans who have disabilities that are being taunted for it. They just simply don't care. So, that's all for now. Adios.